Gunshots in the villa. Who made that? Aisha Buhari's cabal is made up of her children and her brothers.
Yes, my people, as the hurt, it don't happen. No, this woman, when they call Najaatu, she don't come outside again. She don't expose all the cabal when they for Aso Rock. She never even fear at all. She mention names. She say president wife now one of the cabal, and El-Rufai won't be cabal one time, but they not come green. Make her not talk too much. My obedient family, just they share this video. This woman get to expose the cabalistic cabal when they for Aso Rock. Please share this video, make we expose this cabal. She not fear, she mention names. As she mention names now, make we help her expose the secret.
Even though they said the president is supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but he himself has said that they are working against his campaign. What's your take on this?
Yes. Well, what constitutes a cabal? We have to even try to understand what a cabal is. A cabal is a secret political group or faction that are like masked, but that they manipulate and control the system. They manipulate and control everything that runs in the government. That is what a cabal is. And let me tell you who one of the cabals is Aisha Buhari. Aisha Buhari that is talking today is part of the cabal. Yes, we knew the cabal of Abba Kyari's of late, the Mamandauras, that she couldn't even come out to say. When she started talking about the cabal, she glossed on it. She didn't have the guts to come out and name names. I named names. For the first time in Nigeria, I started to name names.
But that's interesting.
The point is that.
No. It's still in line with what you're saying. It's still in line with what you're saying. With this, because this is you saying this, I just wanted to clarify that this is you saying that the First Lady is a member, is one of the cabal. But recall that when Governor El-Rufai mentioned this, she actually reposted the video as if in support of his claim that there were people who were sabotaging. Is that not contradictory?
No. She said, she reinforced what El-Rufai said. She agreed with what El-Rufai said. El-Rufai said that the cabal in the villa, and she confirmed it. But what I'm saying is this: she is also part of the cabal. I am trained not to say they did this. We are trained to name names. You have to have the guts to tell Nigerians who the cabals are. And I'll tell you why. One, if you look at, we are discussing, the hardest thing for Nigerians now is the question of changing this money. People are in a very, very dire situation. Even I had to know how to mobilize to send my mother ingredients, tomato and pepper. It's terrible. I am stressed up. So think of the millions that have to work daily to feed. But what is happening? They are talking about the cabal, and they are talking about themselves. They are saying, what El-Rufai is saying is that why is changing money is okay, but why now for elections? So is it about elections? Or is it about Nigerians that are suffering? And whose election? Their election. This is the point I'm trying to make. So when they are talking of the cabal, her brother, Aisha Buhari's brother, same mother, same father, is the DG now or MD of Minting and Printing. So what are they talking about? When you talk of Emefiele, Central Bank, the next thing you talk of is Minting and Printing. Her brother, same mother, same father, is the head of Minting and Printing today in Nigeria. So how cabalish can you be? And for them to accuse the cabal only for themselves, that at this point in time, when did El-Rufai or any of APC governors stopped to talk about ASU strike, the killings, the kidnappings of people? They've never discussed that. It has never, as we are talking now, hundreds of children from Kebbi for over 1 year, kidnapped girls from a Kebbi secondary school are still with the bandits for over 1 year. But nobody ever said about it. And 84 people were killed only yesterday in Katsina. 84. But they didn't bother. Every single day, Nigerians are being killed. Look at what is happening in the southeast. And they don't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter who kills you or when you are killed. What matters is that you are dead, you have been killed. It doesn't make any difference to the victims. So it doesn't make any difference to Nigerians when or how they are squeezed and strangled for lack of the currency that they will buy their day-to-day needs. So they should stop lying. They are the real Cabal. And we should also not forget El-Rufai's memo. If you remember El-Rufai's memo after the death of the former chief of staff Abba Kyari, the memo was leaked, in which El-Rufai was insinuating or was saying that there are people that he actually wanted to be to replace Abba Kyari. He did everything he could to replace Abba Kyari because he said otherwise some people are already boasting that they will choose the next petroleum minister, they will do this, they will do that, they will hijack everything. So he wanted to be part of the cabal. So, I mean, what are we talking about?
Okay, Najaatu, real quickly. We'd like to first interrogate you because what the rebuttal a lot of the APC people are saying is that all these years you were together with them, you collected deals. Which part of it was what you confirmed the last time you were here about the Police Service Commission? So they're also saying that are you truly sure that you didn't benefit further, that was the only thing, because you claimed you were not paid anything for that, it was just to service the country and all of that, that can you truly beat your chest?
At the Police Service Commission?
Yes, that can you truly beat your chest?
No. Sir.
No, hang on a minute. Let me finish. Let me put all of them together,
okay.
Please.
Okay.
So that are you truly beat your chest that was the only thing you collected, that you didn't collect any more? Because they too are now kicking back at you that you are not the only one that has the right to speak. Secondly, from what you are saying today,
I know.
It looks as though that cabals have factions in this country. What factions are the cabal? Are everybody now? Because now that you've opened the can of gunpowder to this government of cabalocracy. So there are cabals here and there, factions here and there. You mentioned one. Which faction is that? Which other people are in other cabals that have multiple functions that the APC presidential candidate, Governor Nasir El-Rufai even said that some elements in the villa are working. Let's talk about these cabals in the villa. But they are also saying that you too should account. Were there other things you benefited? Was it only the Police Service Commission? That you should come out straight and not just say all of this because you've left the party now. It's sour grapes times for you. That's what they're saying.
Okay. There's a difference between the Police Service Commission and the party APC. We have to make it very clear. I am a part-time commissioner in the Police Service Commission. I am not a full-time commissioner. And as part, there are only 3 full-time commissioners. The chairman, Commissioner 1, and Commissioner 2. But myself and the other commissioners representing civil society, representing the media, I am representing women and the business community from the East. The 4 of us are not on salary. We have never been paid a salary. We are paid sitting allowances. So the books are there. So let everyone go and check. You see, these people don't see service. If I'd wanted to make money, I would have long been a minister. If I'd wanted to make money, because their psyche is that of service is not to the public, but service to self. So they can't see anything beyond that. And then about your second question on the factions of the cabal. Yes, there's a cabal that was led by the late Abba Kyari, may his soul rest in peace. And the reason why Aisha Buhari first started to attack the cabal, it was because she wasn't part of the cabal then. But she succeeded in throwing up Mama Dora's things outside the villa. She physically threw them out. If you remember the case of the shootings in the villa, the gunshots in the villa, who made that? Aisha Buhari's cabal is made up of her children and her brothers. She determined the appointment of the former NICEL DG. She determined who is now her brother, same mother, same father, at the meeting and preaching. She sometimes determined, in fact, instruct service chiefs. So who is she Is she not a Cabal? And then there is, of course, the other Cabal.
Ajia.
Yes.
Nigerians did not vote for...
You know, sir, and let me talk about El-Rufai, for God's sake. About El-Rufai, let us look at the beginning of El-Rufai. But before talking about the beginning of El-Rufai and how he came about where he is today, I want to please refer people to to Obasanjo's book, My Watch, Volume 2, page 110 and 112, in which, and I quote, he said, my vivid recollection of El-Rufai, my vivid recollection of him is he has a penchant for lying, for unfair embellishment of stories, and his inability to sustain loyalty. He is a pathological purveyor of untruth and half-truths with little or no regard for integrity. That is why Obasanjo described El-Rufai in his book. And let me go ahead to cite examples of this. One, who brought El-Rufai to BPE? It was Atiku. It was on Atiku's recommendation that he was brought into the PBE. It was on Atiku's recommendation when Obasanjo wanted to restore the FCT original plan. He wanted somebody that he felt was strong enough to withstand the heat. So he asked Atiku for advice, and Atiku recommended El-Rufai. In fact, by the time El-Rufai went to the Senate for clearance, the Senate refused to clear him. It took the intervention of this same Atiku for him to be cleared. So but what did he do? The first thing he did was to betray Atiku. He started fighting Atiku. Not just that, even in Obasanjo's book, Obasanjo has referred to him as, I have heard of how, and I'm quoting Obasanjo's book now, I have heard of how he ruthlessly savaged the reputation of his uncle, a man who was like, in the African setting, his foster father. I shuddered when I heard the story of what he did to his half-brother in the Air Force, who is senior to him in age. This is what Obasanjo has said about El-Rufai. So El-Rufai is a pathological liar. He is so shameless. He says things that suits him when it suits him. I don't think that is right, that Nigerians should continue to listen to people like that. When it suited him, before 2015, he had said all sorts of derogatory things about Muhammad Buhari. But by 2015, when he wanted to be governor, he came and knelt down before Buhari. Because he's nothing in Kaduna without Buhari. In fact, he is so unpopular. His impopularity in Abuja was transferred to Kaduna because of the demolitions. If one of his benefactors, an uncle of his, who had served his people his parents very well, Justice Bashir Sambo, he helped the family very much. He's from Zaria like them. He helped El-Rufai's family, but his house was one of the first that El-Rufai demolished. So you see, and then even in Kaduna today, as he did in Abuja, what the impunity! You will be in bed with your husband and your children. You'll just hear a bulldozer bringing down your house. I mean, these are the type of people that are now saying that they care about the common man. Which common man? They have no business with them. You see, the people with Buhari, or the people in the APC, quite honestly, are suffering from delusion of grandeur. Okay. Because when you asked them, when like this afternoon or this morning, I saw what Fistos. Yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, despite the note of caution at the beginning of this program, I see that you are still going on.
I'm really sorry, sir.
Anyway, no, a good friend of yours says, "Oh, that woman, she's radical by birth, by marriage, and by inclination." I'm sure you know one of your friends who describes you in that manner. But whatever you do for God and for country. That's our bet. Let's go straight to the point.
For country, yes.